Record. All right. Good morning, everybody. So obviously we would rather be closer to you. A lot of you who are normally in person, but go ahead and continue with as much of our work as we can so we don't lose our time. Some quick things that I want to say before, in case we lose anybody. Mrs. Monroe and Mrs. Shaw both gave some music and an art assignment that they put in classroom for you. So it would be great if you have time today to work on those. It is optional, but you know, since you don't get a whole lot of, you know, you only get to see them every 3 weeks, right? They would love it if you would be able to do that. Okay. And raise your hand if you already did your Native American assignment. Last time I looked, there 15 of you had already done it. Good job. Oh, okay. Not okay. So good. If you have that hand up, nice job. If you don't, that's okay. You can still work on it today. How many have finished all 3 of your or I'm sorry, all 4. There's 4 now. Sorry. All 4 of your Native American assignments. Ooh, I've got quite a few hands up. Not everybody. So great. Good job, my good friends. Okay, go ahead and put those hands down. If you haven't had a chance to do all 4, today is your time to catch up. We are using those grades for your Native American assignments to help us with your social studies grade this trimester. So make sure you get them done, okay? Because that's going to help us come up with your social studies grade. All right. And I had some questions. Some people gave me some emails, just double checking so you understand at all block and OG time. During OG and during that time, we're not going to have a Zoom meeting because it's just too hard to do a spelling test over the, you know, a really good spelling test over the internet. And Mrs. Aubin, you know, is willing to forego her all block time. So what we would like you to do during that time is we want you to work on your Amplify. And also, even though we thought we weren't going to do another time test, we would like you to do one more time test for your, okay. Oh, I see some thumbs up. Good job. Yeah. Give me one more time test for the trimester. Okay. So Amplify time test, thumbs up if you guys can do that during that sometime today, during that 12:45 to 1:45. Excellent. And we are planning on having a math lesson for at 2:15. Mrs. Aubin is going to Zoom that, and it's really helpful that if you're here so that you can do the actual paper assignment with her. And so it's a little bit new stuff. So make sure you show up for that, or at the very least, try to watch the video if you don't get to. If you are 4th grade math, so I see some of my 4th grade math students. I'm trying to make sure I see them all. All right, Logan. Yeah, there you go. Who else? Ryder. Are you listening, Ryder? All right. Cole, Mr. Nixon, Mr. Noah. All right. So Mrs. Snowden will be at 10 o'clock. So soon. She's going to post 2 activities on her Google Classroom, on the Math Google Classroom. So it's a Google Doc and a Jamboard. And she would like you to do those if you are 4th grade math. Okay. So you guys are going to do that. All right. So go to that and do that. All right. So I'm going to, yes, Noah. You have to unmute, bud.
So there's no Zoom call for 4th grade?
Yeah, 4th grade is not going to do a live Zoom today. She's just going to put 2 assignments on your classroom, and she said they're going to post at 10 o'clock. Okay. So yeah, they're not doing an asynchronous thing today. All right. Okay, my friends. So what I need to do now is I'm going to share my screen. I'm just going to give you a rundown a little bit of what we were working on yesterday, because I need you to go ahead and finish that work that I started yesterday. So again, here's the same learning targets. We won't have an opportunity to share them with each other today, like I was hoping. That's what we were going to do today, is give some feedback to each other. But I really want you to work on your eye-catching front and back cover for your Freaky Frog book that will make other people want to read it and pick it up. But I also want you to work on the words for the front and back cover of the Freaky Frog book that will really make others want to pick it up. And that comes in that blurb section. So in a minute, we're going to talk about that blurb section. And a couple of you have actually shared your Freaky Frog book with me already. I'm going to ask that everybody do that today so that I can see who needs maybe some, because I'm really hoping when we come back to school on Monday that we are ready to move on with the rest of the book. So it's really super important that you work on that front and back cover today and have them finished. So please, when you are done with that, share it with me so that I can see how that's going. And I know my friend Ellie, she's already been working on it today and she shared it with me. And what I did notice is that there were some spelling errors on that back page. And so I would just encourage her and everybody to have maybe an adult or a older sibling maybe reread on your back cover, your front cover today if you get a chance, and have them just look at it and see if there's any spelling. You can use it, even though it's a Google slide, you can still use your tools up here to do spelling and grammar. All right, you can still use those kind of things on Google Slides. So again, just remember that we're making this whole book. We're going to be making, so we are next week going to make sure that we get our Freaky Frog trading card done, and my friends that are online are going to do theirs virtually. But we're working on to making this book, and by the end of the week, we're going to share with your parents. We're going to share with some other people. We're going to invite Mrs. Woodland. We're going to invite Mrs. Creel, if they're available, to be able to come and look at some of your Freaky Frog books. So we're doing our best job today, okay? So I don't, unfortunately, even though it's a day that we're not at school, I still need you to work on those. So remember how we looked at all of those really cool front covers, and we noticed that they really were large and that they really focused on something that they encourages the reader to want to read it. And it can be something you something you insert from the web, but it also could be a drawing. So my friend Lila Maris is, she drew these really cool frog eyes, and she took a picture with her Chromebook, and she's trying to import that into some of her work. So if you would like to draw something today, just take a picture, and then when you go to insert, it has image, and then you can actually take it from your camera, or you can either click in camera and take it right then, or you can click on your photos and it will come out of your photos that you took with your Chromebook. Okay, so you can draw if you would like, and put some of your drawings in there as well. All right, because I saw there were a couple different ones that we saw that had drawings. Now you'll notice there's not a whole lot extra on the front, but it takes up the whole thing. So I know that on my example that I had the title in the middle and my name in the middle, but you can, like this one, play with it a little bit. You could put your title at the top, put your picture in the middle. You could do some work with trying to use the background of there's a section here where you can change the background. Some of you I know just change the color, but you can also, do some other fun things with that background as well. When you click on, let me just insert real quick an empty one. So I want to show you some of the things that you can, because this is really fun. I want you to make this as interesting as possible. So if I click background, it will say choose image. And I kind of played around with this last night. I clicked Google image search, and then I put rainforest because my frog lives in the rainforest. And when I clicked on rainforest, now you got to be careful though, because some of these are really dark and it's hard to put anything over it. But I'm going to pick this one here for a minute. I'm going to insert it, if you saw how I did that. And then I say done. And then on the back, so this actually becomes my background. And so then which I love. And so if I want to insert then a text box and write some things down in there too, like here, I could put my title here, and I could type, this is where my frogs, or actually I'm going to make a new wonderful frogs. All right. So, except for I can't even spell. There we go. Wonderful. I'm not at a very good height today for my computer. So here's my wonderful frogs. Well, it's kind of small, isn't it? So if I highlight it, I can change the size. Look at that. Woo. I can now go ahead and also or with that, I can also change, if you look right here, you can change the font. So I could use a lot of different types of fonts. I don't know what that one looks like. Oh, that's kind of fun. I can also change the color, but again, like Mrs. Aubin mentioned yesterday, make sure that you make it something that is still easily read or seen. All right, so I sort of made it blue instead of just the black there. Okay, so I want you to be able to do some fun things with these, with your and your back cover. I've actually made this my back cover and add that background in. You don't have to use the rainforest. You could use all kinds of different things. But if you think about where your frog lives, and you could maybe say tree or branch, maybe you could end up with one of those. I just put rainforest in as an idea. So there is a possibility. So we also, again, these are the things that you need to have on your front cover. You need a large, clear image. Doesn't have to be like that one rainforest one. It could just be a picture of a frog. And I showed you some of mine. Large, easy to read font. So that's the type of writing, right? Don't pick something that's hard to read. A short title telling the reader what the book is about. Most of you have done that. Very nice job. And obviously you need to write your name as the author, right? So I want to make sure that you see that if you forget what needs to be in the front cover or the back cover, you can watch the video again that I'm doing right now. Or if you look in today's assignment, actually right here, in today's assignment, this exact thing that I'm showing you right now, let me go back to, I was answering some questions. I thought I was right in where I needed to be. I put it there so we wouldn't have to search for it. All right, but here we are searching for it anyway. So if you look here and under today's assignment, if you forget anything that I'm telling you, it's all, you can look in here. And there's this slideshow that I'm doing right now. So you can look in here and it shows the exact things, the list of all the details and all of the writing that and on the examples, okay? So go to that spot and you can see, here's my Google Slides. Here's also the book, because we didn't have you take the book home or your EL book, because you have everything in your brain that you need for today for the front cover and the back cover. So, but if you want to see a picture of your glass frog or of your Amazon horn frog, or if you were trying to draw a picture, if you click on this is the whole book and you can go to every single page. Okay. Oh, I see a couple of us laying down again. Students, sitting it back up. Mr. Lucas, sit up, bud. If I have to sit up, you have to. I don't get to take a nap either. So you have to sit up for me. All right. So I'm going to go back real quick, but I just wanted you to know where that was. So that I don't want you to be stressed out about memorizing all this. So you have it there. So today with your back cover, we looked at a lot of cool back covers with a little tiny, what we call the blurb, right? Something to interest your reader to wanting to open up your book. Lots of pictures, using all the space. Do you notice there's not a lot of empty space? Some of my friends who've shared their frog book already have a lot of empty space going on, and just they put a blurb and then they put one picture and then maybe the price tag or the barcode. But if you notice, all these back covers have a lot of space taken up on their back cover. Okay, so keep that in mind. So the things you need to have on your back cover: a short description, short blurb of what's happening in the book. I need a price. Now remember, we said just something not ridiculous. Publisher, you get to make up your publisher, right? You get to make up what you want to call, your company. It doesn't have to be publishing company. You could come up with a, creative thing, but it's you can choose whatever you want. Barcode, and need some images. We need to fill up that space, right? And again, you can do your own drawings and take a picture of it and insert that, or you can use the ones from the web. Okay. So let's look at a blurb real quick. So here we go. Freaky Frog blurb. So I showed you a bunch of different ones yesterday. This one starts with a question. Why do pollywogs wiggle? How did the glass frog get its name? In the Freaky Frog book, you will find the answers to these and many more questions that you may have about frogs. You will also learn about the physical and behavioral adaptations of a particular freaky frog and get to play a game with a freaky frog trading card. All right, so I included a little bit of all of my writings. You might just want to focus a little bit on your, if you really love your pourquoi, you could write a little bit about your blurb of your pourquoi. Do you want to know why frogs do this? Do you want to know why frogs do that, or tadpoles? Add that in there. A couple of my friends did some questions about their Maine frog, their Amazon horn frog, or about their glass frog. That works fine too. You just need to have a little blurb about so that your reader knows what's going to happen. All right. Okay. So again, here you have, so this is an example of some of the, oh no, this one is actually Ellie's. So, so my friend Ellie, she got a really great barcode. Nice job. She got her price. She's got, it's hiding down here in her publishing company. And she's got a little blurb. Dive in to find some things about water holding frogs that people don't know. Where do they hold water? Who are their predators? What should we say? What are their prey? Got to look again, Miss Ellie, go back and check some spelling things. Okay. But there's some examples. And if you look in you go back to here, you can look at Mrs. Harrison's Freaky Frog book. I did a little work on it, added a couple of things, but you all have a template. So just go and find your template. Oh, see, here's Mrs. Mrs. Harrison was adding in some pictures, just trying to show some different things to show how to cover all of the area. I included a little tadpole here, my dart frog, some silly frogs. Remember, they can be silly, but it needs to be appropriate. And I'm not quite done with my back cover yet. Here's where I have my blurb, and you already have a spot where you can, all you have to do is click on it, and then you can type right into where you want for your blurb. I got one picture in. I still need to work on over here. Here's my publishing company, my price tag, and my barcode. All right. You guys can make this so much better than mine, I am quite sure. So this, if you want to see what mine looks like, again, it's right. All you have to do is click on here on your, if you get into the lesson slideshow, click right on here. It'll take you right to mine. You can't change anything on it though. Oh, I wish you guys could work on it for me. And then this is the frog book template. I'm pretty sure everybody has their own version now. So you won't click on this one unless you didn't make a copy yesterday. But I think we had everybody do that yesterday, but I just included it just in case. Okay, I have lots of hands raised, so I'd love to answer some questions before I let you go. August, ask me a question. Oh, I can't hear you, buddy.
How do we get the barcode on?
How do you get the barcode on? Great question. All right. So when you have, I'm just going to add an extra slide for a second. So watch up here, buddy. You're going to go to insert image, search the web. Did you see how I did that? And then remember how the pictures pop up over here? So I'm just going to type in barcode and hit enter, and all kinds of different barcodes will show up, and you like a bunch, and you can just choose which one works for you. See how as we go down though, they get weirder. So I would pick one of these ones up above here somewhat, whatever you want though. All right, August, did that help? Yeah. All right, Miss Sunny, you have a question.
I forgot how to put the words over the picture.
The words, say that one more time. Sunny, say it one more time.
The words over the picture.
The words over the
have the picture
right
underneath.
Okay, so that when you do that, you will, let me go up to here. Let me go back to my Freaky Frog book. Okay, so when you want to do that, so say I wanted to put the word Freaky Frogs on top of the frogs. Okay, I don't, because then nobody could read it. But if I want to do that, I click on that part, and then I go up to here where it says arrange. Do you see, Sunny? Where it says arrange right here? You hit arrange, and then you put order, and then you want the words to be on the front. So you're going to click on bring to front. And then when I move them, here's when I move it. it's going to be on top. Did you see how that happened? So you just make sure that when you have that, when you are in that text box, you arrange, order, bring to front, and then it'll put it on top of whatever you want it to be on top of. Okay. I'm going to undo this. So, cause I don't want it to be on top. All right. Madison, do you have a question I can help with?
I have 3 questions.
Okay. Whew. I'll try to get ready. All right.
Okay. So first one is, how do you do like the price? How do you like make the price?
I just, so that's a good question. I'm sure everybody's going to want to know that. So all I did was add a text box. I said insert text box, and then I just clicked on my page, and then I typed in whatever I wanted to type in, $1.66, and then I put it on the bottom because usually the price is on the bottom. All it is a text box, and then I just put it where you just put it wherever you want it. Okay. Next question, Miss Madison.
Okay, so next question is actually, how do you make the text boxes? Like, I don't know how to do them.
Okay, so watch me right now. So see where it says insert? Okay, so you click on insert, and then just like we inserted an image to make the pictures, now you go just down one more and hit text box.
Okay.
Text box, and then see how my see how my cursor turned into a little like a cross thing instead? Wherever you click, boom, that's where your text box is going to be. And then you can also move things. So here's my text box. See how I turned it into, it's like arrows now? Now I can move it wherever I want, and it'll move it. All right.
Okay.
And there's an icon at the top at the toolbar that has a box with the T in it. And literally all you have to do is click that, and you skip a whole step, couple steps. If you click on the T with the box around it, it'll give you a text box.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah,
And then,
pretty simple.
okay, then my last question is like, can you do like for the front cover, like in the first part that you said that we had to make like big pictures in the front, can we do like a background and then little pictures?
Yeah, just want to fill the whole space, right? Because if we look at our examples, they all of the books, even the ones I showed you that weren't on here, like the ones with the penguins and the ones with the, you know, those different ones, they really show like they're like, this one has one big picture and a lot of little pictures, right? So you can fill it how you want. Just make sure that, because it isn't really a book and it's on a screen, that we, you know, we only have so much room to be able to work with, and you don't want it too small so that people can't see it or read it. Does that make sense? But yeah, you can do that if you want. Just fill the space. All right. Is that good, Miss Madison? All right, Josh, you've been waiting so patiently. Josh Carter.
Whenever you said that we had to share it to you, do we have to share it to Miss Aubin or you?
I would just, I think Miss Aubin would be okay with you to share it with me.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see who needs a little extra work, and if there's anybody I need to help. So Josh, me's fine. I'll keep track of it. All right. Awesome. All right, Lucas, did you have a question, bud?
Yes. Do we have to finish all of the story today?
You just need to finish the front cover and the back cover. Don't worry about all the pages in the middle. Okay. We'll work on those on Monday. We'll work on the other page, just the front cover and the back cover. All right. Just the first and the last. Miss Haley Calendar, you have a question.
Where do we find our stories?
Oh, good question. All right. So if you go to your, you're going to go to your waffle, right, Haley? Go to your waffle. And then if you click on slides, because this is a slideshow, you're going to get all of your slides. This is Mrs. Harrison's slides, so it's not, yours isn't going to pop up right here, but you should see something right underneath this top level here that should show your frog. and you should be able to see yours and just,
Okay, thank you.
you are welcome. Good question. Good question. Ellie.
When do we start working on our book?
Oh, as soon as I'm done talking, which I hope to be soon. I just want to make sure I answer everybody's questions. Miss Lila Maris, do you have your hand up, Sweet Pea?
So my question, well, it's not really a question, but when I pressed arrange and I tried to press order, like it was gray and it wouldn't let me click it.
Okay, so you
And
probably
so
were,
I can't put.
so make sure you actually have that your cursor when you do that, like when you click on your, get back in there. So make sure that you've clicked on it and that you are in that text box before you go to arrange. Because
Okay.
and actually if you have highlighted, if you highlight it, oh no, that didn't let you do that one either. Okay. Oh, maybe, hold on. All right, arrange order. Now mine won't do it either.
You have to have the part. You have to have the cursor on. I got it.
Okay. I think sometimes you just have to play with it a little bit.
You already arranged it. You already arranged it.
Yeah. Oh, so once I've arranged it once, you can't do it again. Or at least you can't. I got it. Thank you. Thanks. See, Mrs. Harrison's even getting some tech advice today. All right. Mrs. Aubin, do you see anybody else who has a question? I'm struggling with my friends here. Anybody else have a question?
Charlie Carr and Max Fox.
All right.
Charlie Carr and Max Fox.
All right, Charlie Carr. Question, my friend?
How do you delete text box?
Because
I have this text box sitting there, and when I tap on it, my whole computer freezes.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, so I'm gonna go get rid of that price tag. So can you see my screen? So when I'm just gonna get rid of, I'm gonna go ahead and click the delete button. I can just go ahead and hit back, or you can let's see, where is my,
But if you want to delete a whole slide, you just click on the slide and hit backspace and it'll go away.
I think he just wanted the text box though. So see how
Oh, I thought he said a slide.
See how I got, so if you want to get rid of this whole slide, I can get rid of Mrs. Harrison's extra slide that she made. Oh, did I already do that? I've already done it. That I added in my thing. Oh no, it was in here. So here's my lovely one I just made, my wonderful frogs. I want to get rid of it. I just hit backspace and boof, there it went. All goodbye. But be careful not to do that from any of our pages that we need. All right. I don't suggest.
But you can also hit the arrow key if you need to. If you do delete a slide by accident, go back to the toolbar to the left-hand corner where you see the arrows, just like
Right
we
here.
use in Google Docs, and you can
Undo.
go ahead and press that, Mrs. Harrison, and
Boom.
see if you can get it back.
Yep.
And look, you'll get it back. So if you mess up by accident, just undo.
Yep, undo. Mrs. Harrison did that at least once this morning. Or I went, no, I didn't mean to do that. And then I clicked my undo and it gave me poof. It was okay. Charlie, did I answer your question? Are you good, bud?
Yeah.
Okay. Max Fox.
And then Max Fox, yeah.
What if we're already done with the back and front cover? What if we're already done with back and front cover?
Did you do everything that was written on here? Do you have everything included here? Make sure that before you think you're
Oh, so yeah.
go back to this slide and make sure you have every single thing on the front cover that needs to be there and the back cover. Make sure you have all of those things and,
Okay.
and then you can share it with me. Okay. But make sure you have the barcode, the images, the publisher, the price, the blurb. The blurb is
Okay.
really important. Okay. All right. Anybody else have a question before I let you guys go and work?
Robert
Robert.
Westwood.
All right, Robert.
You need to unplug your headphones, Robert.
I'm trying to find it.
I forgot to do the image of the background, not the color, but like an image, like a
Okay.
picture.
Okay. So if you go to, let's see if I can here, I'll just use this one. Go ahead, you go to insert. Do you see where I am, Mr. Robert? Right up here where it says insert. All right. Or you could even, or you can use this box here. This is also insert image. You can click on either one of those. And if you want to search from the web, so if you don't want to make your own picture, you click on there. And it has, and then this box pops up. And then what do you want to find a picture at? Like, and then you can type in very specific things. Actually, you can put glass frog or poison dart frog. You can be pretty specific with whatever you type in here. Very interesting things. Those are not my searches for sure. I can put glass frog because I know you're doing the glass frog, right? And then you click on that, buddy, and it's going to give you a whole bunch of choices. And when you like one,
But he wanted to know background
Okay, he said-
picture. He was asking about how to do the background too.
okay, so then you just can click on it and then you hit, and then you'll get a thing that says insert at the, I gotta remove people. I'm gonna get rid of people for a second. And then it says insert, and then it'll insert that. It usually comes up very big. And you probably, and if you don't want it that big, you click on this little corner part, and then you see arrows, and it'll make you, push it in, and you can move it around to where you want it. And if you decide that's not what you wanted, you can just go ahead and, hit backspace, and poof, there it goes. The background, you just go up here to background. And then you choose an image. It gives you something you can type in all kinds of things. I could put a river and click on river.
But make sure you go to Google image search,
Yep.
Robert. Go to Google image search because you have all these choices at the top. You want to go to the far right.
Right here. And then if you're going to type over something, you want some space to be able to. So I could choose maybe this one because I have some space up here that I could put my type so it'd be really easy to see. I probably wouldn't pick this one because this one's not very where any of our frogs live, unless we were doing wood frogs, right? So I would pick one that has some nice spots. I don't really like most of these river shots. You want to make sure that you got something that's fairly light so that you can type over it. But when you click on it, it'll immediately become I'll go ahead and click on it. Let's see, this one, sure. And then I hit insert, and then I hit done. And then now that is my background. It takes a minute to get there. There you go. And then I could insert a text box and write up here.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Anybody else before I let you go?
Cooper.
All right, Cooper, what can I do for you, buddy?
How do you get Google Slides?
How do you get there? So if you open up your Google Slides, you're going to go to right here to your waffle. And then inside your waffle, it says slides. It's one of your choices. You click on it. And it's going to show you, your recent slideshows down here. I have a bunch because every time somebody shares one with me, I get theirs as well. So, but you're going to click, and here's my lesson today. So you'll see it down here. Does that make sense, Cooper?
Okay.
Did you find yours?
Ellie.
Perfect. All right, Ellie, what can I do for you?
Mine doesn't have that background. It doesn't have the background button.
That happens.
So let me,
If you X out of your images,
well, here's Ellie.
it'll pop up. Sometimes it goes away.
Okay, so Ellie, so I'm writing here. So if it has it right here, background. I'm in
Oh,
your
there it is.
thing, it's right there. So maybe click off of it, click back on it. But if you're in a text box, it won't let you do it because if you just have to be on the out.
On my computer.
Say
Yeah,
again.
that happens to me
My-
all the time.
Okay, so just make sure you're not on a, if you're, because if you're
Okay.
if you're clicked on this, like I like how you put it on the side. That's pretty cool. You used your little button here to rotate it. That was pretty neat. Nice job, Ellie. That's another thing you guys can do is you can move your words by clicking on this little rotate button. I'm not going to mess with hers, but she rotated a little bit. But if you have that clicked, do you notice it doesn't have that background anymore? It's gone. So if you click off of that, now the background appeared again. Okay. All right, friends. Any last minute questions, or I'm going to let you guys go work because
And I need Haley Calendar to stay on with me, please.
Yeah.
Haley Calendar, make sure you
Yes,
stay
ma'am.
on.
Perfect.
Okay, she says,
Excellent. All
I
right.
don't